Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for FC24 career mode. This time starting things off with Champions League action. The last episode we got some really good wins, but we lost to Blackburn Rovers 1-0 at the end of it. Today's episode looks like this. We're going to have the double legs against Sevilla in the Champions League quarterfinals, away and then at home. We've got Forest at home, an FA Cup semi-final against Leicester City, and also Wolves at home as well. I think we'll play the Forest game because I think if we win that one, we win the Premier League title. And that's why we'll play that one. Plays these four, simulate Wolves, go into then the final month of the season for the next few episodes, where we've got Champions League semi-finals, perhaps finals, FA Cup finals perhaps, all these Premier League games, big ones as well, where Manchester City will have already lifted the Premier League title, I do believe. This is the pre-match report for Sevilla, who are back to their best at the moment. Karneshichi in the goal. They've got Mazwari, Goodell, Bertoni and Luca Netz the back four. Joelinton signed from Newcastle, Isawi in the midfield too. Casemiro in front, it's Lucas Ocampos on the right. Alan Velasco has been signed on the left. That's a very interesting sign. Very severe type sign, that one. Yusuf Enesiri up top. They've got Ruben Neves on the bench with Rinal Baku, Cabello. They've got Rafa Mir, Stefan Bazetic signed for Liverpool, Carmona and back. Ezri Konsa signed for Villa, misses out. Bit inconsistent at the moment, but they have got an 83 attack, 80 midfield, 80 defence there. 4.5-star team, Sevilla. Interesting challenge. They take a very balanced approach, equally comfortable in and out possession. They do much better than they are in real life at the moment because they're right down in the bottom of the Liga. Joelinton's a key defensive player in the midfield, but he's good at both ends. Velasco, a key attacking player at left hand side, he's going to be the one to look out for. They like to win the ball back and spring forward on the counter. They're very disciplined and they will attack patiently as well. We should be beating them and we should be getting to a semi-final here. Although we did struggle a little bit against Monaco, I think we'll have an easier time against Sevilla. I really do. Away to the Estadio Ramos Sanchez Pizjuan, where we face them in hopefully a game where we can beat them on their home turf and relax into the second leg if we can do. We've got a bit of a depleted bench today because the players are so tired. On the bench, Andrew Akanji Yankuto, who are very tired. Then Zubmendi, Maximo Peron, Echeverri, and Alvarez got 0 sharpness or 6 sharpness because he's just come back from injury. Mateus Nunes, Carson, Savio, Bob, Goyi, Foden, and Dalla and Doku miss out. Foden, Goyi, and Doku back in the side. Back from fitness, but not yet ready to play. We start Edison in goal. It's Stones, Diaz, and Vardiel, the back three. Rico Lewis and Rodri part of the midfield two with Eze and Captain De Bruyne in front. Musiala starts off the right-hand side today. Jack Grealish off the left, and Erling Haaland through the middle. Strong City side that should be getting a win here to away in Sevilla. So arriving for the Champions League quarter-finals. Estadio Ramos Sanchez Pizjuan. Manchester City versus Sevilla. Yusuf Enesiri, 28 years of age, the key man for them, the Moroccan up top. Sevilla back to their best now under a new manager, I assume, and playing their best football. Got to Champions League quarter-final. Manchester City, last time we came here, in fact, we beat them, I think it was in 4 or 5-0 in Champions League group stages. City back, and City, who are the best team in Europe, aren't they? Flying at top of the Premier League, flying in all competitions, already won the Carabao Cup. Champions League action. To Musiala. Now a call to De Bruyne. City causing problems already for Sevilla here. De Bruyne into Haaland. Haaland is in! Haaland off the post! Well, City should have taken the lead there within 8 minutes. Erling Haaland cracking the upright. Sevilla here. Enesiri wide towards Alan Velasco. Tricky player, Velasco. Not tricky enough, is he? Oh, he is. He's beat Stones. It's the far post. Headed by the fullback. Edison makes a really good save. Rico Lewis. Out to Yamal Musiala off this right-hand side. Musiala. Lovely play past Velasco. Musiala. Back to Haaland with a shot here. Just saved by the keeper. Didn't know how it was going. Stretching us here. Stretching us Sevilla. Campos. He has a cross to stop the cross. Ball to Enesiri. Takes it down. Good play. Chance for Sevilla. Good save for Edison again. Well, they've had 3 really good chances, Sevilla. De Bruyne. Gonna get a run here, Haaland. De Bruyne does release Haaland here. Haaland coming through on goal. Goodell can't stop him. Haaland! Oh, keeper got a hand on it. Can't keep it out. 1-0 Manchester City in the Champions League quarter-final. It's Erling Haaland who finished it, of course. De Bruyne to Haaland. Who else than that combination there up top? Haaland in. Keeper. Does he get a hand on that, the keeper? I think the Italian does. But it's hit with power. Just gets a fingertip on it. Doesn't stop it from going in. Manchester City take the lead in the Champions League here. And Sevilla had 3 really good chances. They'll feel hard done by here at home. Eze, the referee blows the half-time whistle. Manchester City 1, Sevilla 0 at half-time. City in front. Relatively in control here in this tie. Here is Amiri. Joelinton. Ball through the middle here. Trouble for City, is it? Ruben Diaz straight across. Joelinton back wide again. Ocampos. Pass Vardiel. Grealish. Cross into the box here. Chance for Sevilla. Acrobatics from Amiri, the captain. Just past the post. Very unlucky. There's a little back into Grealish here. Rodri with space! Rodri makes it 2-0. What a finish by Rodri. 2-0 Manchester City in Sevilla. We double the lead here against the Spanish side. What a finish from Rodri. Bends one in here from the edge of the box here. Fantastically. Found by Grealish. Rodri. Head up. Sees the space. Sees the shot. Bends it into the back of the net. Manchester City take a 2-0 lead now. We're going to make a change because I think Yellow Musiala is very tired on that right hand side. Eze is going to be pushed out there. We're going to bring on Julian Alvarez in that role. Stones stays with him. In behind. Stones deflected through to En-Nesyri. Looking for someone on the cutback. They do find someone on the cutback. Edison makes a massive save. Ocampos pulls it back out. Mazwari in there. Diaz down to Edison into the hands. Well, we've rolled our luck defensively at times today, Manchester City. Back to Diaz. Try it again, this move. Out towards Vardiol. They've left Alvarez. He's the man, the spare man here. Alvarez through a pokes one through to Erling Haaland. Haaland for 3. Haaland for 3. Haaland makes it 3. 3-0 in the Champions League quarter-finals. Well, already you're looking at this and thinking, well, City have booked themselves a space in the semi-finals, haven't they? With this result today, if it stays this way anyway, 3-0. Lovely poke through by Alvarez. Again, we create the overload, and it's up to the midfielder. If the midfielder jumps to the full-back of the winger, then we've got space for the attacking midfielder. If they jump to the full-back with the full-back jumping to the our full-back, that's a bit confusing, but I'm sure you understand what I mean. Then the winger's got the space, and this formation works so well with that. So well with that. Good win by Alvarez. He's been fantastic since he's come on here. And he's playing Haaland again here. And Erling Haaland for hat-trick in the Champions League quarter-finals. Erling Haaland gets his hat-trick in the Champions League quarter-finals. 4-0 Manchester City. Absolutely smashed Sevilla here. Good ball by Alvarez. Haaland is clinical as ever. Missed the chance early on in the game. But since then, every time he's played through, he's scored. Hat-trick for Haaland. He's going to come off now. 4-0 City. Haaland rested. Maximo Pironi is going to come on in a more attacking position. Manchester City lead by 4-0 here against Sevilla. And I think that gives a chance to rotate in the quarter-final second leg. Hold the ball, City. Lucabacchio. Cross comes in. Chance for En-Nesyri. What a save from Edison. I tell you what, Edison has been unbelievable in goal today. Offside anyway. But he's made some really big saves today to give them no chance of scoring at all. Diaz can't get the challenge. John Stones dies in. Lovely challenge. Eze. Poke through to Alvarez. On to Maximo Pironi. Maximo Pironi, Champions League. Good save of the keeper. Unlucky for the midfielder. Corner ball. Eze in. Alvarez with a header. Away again by Sevilla. Rico Lewis is there. That is the full-time whistle gone. Sevilla 0, Manchester City 4 in the Champions League. What a start to the episode. And what a start to Manchester City's quarter-final campaign in the Champions League. The semis. It looks like we're already there now. Sevilla smashed. Well, EA Sports gave man of the match to Erling Haaland with an 8.9 rating. I've got to agree with him. Man of the match today. And with a hat-trick in the Champions League quarter-finals. Ridiculous performance again from our big man up top. Well, the independent Premier League panel that is deciding what is going to happen to Manchester City after those 115 charges has come to conclusion. The panel is finished. Everything has been decided. It said City could face a transfer ban or points deduction in the last episode. Well, apparently Manchester City are set to avoid a points deduction in the upcoming Premier League charge. That Premier League charge we're going to be hit with in today's episodes. We're going to know exactly what the situation is, what we're going to be dealing with for the future of this club. Whether, we're going to avoid a points deduction, yeah, but that doesn't mean we couldn't be relegated to League 2, does it? Or to League 1, relegated to the Championship. Anything could happen. A transfer ban is obviously on the horizon as well. A 1-year transfer ban would still affect us. A 2-year one, a 3-year one. We don't know what's the outcome yet, but it has been decided within the club, and we're just waiting for the decision. We can appeal the decision, guys, but in today's episode we're going to find out, and I am actually pretty scared of what the decision might be. Surely we can't get relegated to League 2. Well, a win against Nottingham Forest at home would not guarantee us a Premier League title. We'd still have to win another game on second place United, who we are quite a way ahead of. We win 3-1 in a simulation, as we do decide to simulate it. Alvarez with a double, De Bruyne on the score sheet as well, and Ugochukwu also scores for them, so we don't keep a clean sheet. It is 3-1 in the end. Alvarez with a 10.0 rating and man of the match. De Bruyne not far behind. I wonder if he's now broken the assist record. Well, Kevin De Bruyne has now officially broken the assist record in the Premier League. 21 assists now. He is the number one for the most assists in the Premier League season, and Haaland so far has got 40 goals in the Premier League. Unbelievable performances this year. Well, it's Champions League quarter-final second leg against Sevilla, where we do lead by 4-0. Ruben Neves will start alongside Sau in the midfield. It's the same backline and goalkeeper Amiri in there as well. Not Alan Velasco on the left, it's Joelinton on the left, interestingly. He's one of our key players. Neves, one of their key attacking players, actually. Ocampos on the right and Enesiri through the middle. Same sort of bench as well. Nianthu comes in. But yeah, Velasco dropped out for Joelinton on the wide. Ruben Neves comes in the midfield. A bit more controlled Sevilla side, but I do not see them beating us. I do not see them beating us at all, especially by 4-0. Well, we do rotate our starting 11 today, knowing that we are 4-0 up against Sevilla, and some of the injured players can get back in the side and try and get back to top fitness. Edison starts in goal with Akanji returning Mike Goyi and Valentin Barco along the back three. Rico Lewis and Martin Zubimendi partner in the midfield too, with Yama Musiala and Eze in front. Here's Oscar Bob on the right, Joel and Dal on the left, and Erling Haaland through the middle. On the bench, you've got Julian Alvarez, Phil Foden returning to the side, Echivere, Maximo Perón, Vardiol, Diaz and Stones, Mateus Nunes, Rodri, Yankuto, Savio Grealish and Kevin De Bruyne miss out today. Andrew's going to go on the bench there for Diaz, because he could maybe get on at some point, I don't exactly know. But Goy, good to see him back, good to get Foden back, get them back to sharpness, get them back in that starting 11 or in and around the squad now. Here at the City of Manchester Stadium, the Etihad Stadium, big trust in these players that even with a rotated side, we still 4-0 up in the Champions League, can do and should go through in the quarterfinals. Good to see Mark Goy back from injury as the players come out of the changing room here. Good to see Phil Foden back on the bench as well. He's back from injury. And Jeremy Doku, I don't think is too far away either. City versus Sevilla. 4-0 in aggregate. Champions League quarter-final time. Rico Lewis fighting with Joelinton here. Can't win it off him. Joelinton, lovely pace away from Akanji. Cross comes in. Sevilla with an early chance here. Could be a bad start for Manchester City. Over the bar by Amiri. Not one that Edison had to get on the end of in the end. In towards Musiala. Joelinton makes a tackle here. Nearly plays it through to Erling Haaland here. Sevilla get it away as far as Ndala. Ndala into Eze. Eze with a chance here. 1-0 City. Well, mistake by Sevilla at the back. It's 5-0 aggregate now. Joel Ndala with the assist. Eze with the finish. Good play by City. Pressing high. Joelinton made a big tackle on Musiala. Flicked it through and Ndala just lays it off to Eze here. Lets it run across his body and then strikes it in behind the player. That's a brilliant strike by Eze. It's a difficult one to stop. Who, again, finds his form. He started a little bit slow this season. Only his first goal in the Champions League, but he started a bit slow this season. He's really started to really find his feet now, hasn't he? I've got my eyes and my head surely on the Champions League semi-final now. Into Haaland. Oh, Haaland's kept it, has he? Haaland, great strength. Erling Haaland here. Haaland for City. Good save by the keeper and cleared away. Tight to him is Barco. He's beat him. Brilliant from Neves. And Dala gets back across here. Ruben Neves. Barco can't get the challenge. Ruben Neves! What a finish. 1-1. That's poor defending by us. Barco just couldn't win it then. And Ruben Neves holding midfielder. That's poor defending from Barco and Ndala. Edison comes out to try and close the angle. Good finish to the top corner. City do concede. Sliding from Zubimendi. Down the line they go towards Joao Neves. Ruben Neves again. Oh, Goy can't cut that one out. Chance for Amiri. Big save from Edison. Well, I have to say Valentin Barco is struggling today. Usually does okay at the back, playing a more defensive role. Trouble today. City away. Goy gets there. Goy away towards Yama Musiala. That is half time. City 1, Sevilla 1 as it stands. Sevilla still need, what, 4 goals to go through here. Or just to get to extra time. 4 goals to extra time. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Oh, that wide here. Can't stop the cross here. Akanji's there. Only his way to the Sevilla player. Chance for Sevilla here. Campos. Barco can't be the challenge. He does the second time. Here's Joel Ndala. Counter for City. Roar from the crowd here. Ndala is quick. Got bags of pace, Joel Ndala. Ndala here, the young winger. Chased by Godelj. Ndala past him. Ndala inside. And Godelj makes the challenge in the end. And look it. Let's make the changes now. Haaland's going to play that semi-final. So we're going to get him off for Julian Alvarez. Ball through here. They've cut us open here, Sevilla. Chance for Ocampos. Akanji in there and a good save. Medicine behind for a corner. Good save. Medicine is in good form. Eze and Rico Lewis off for Foden. Maximo Perón. Haaland off for Alvarez. Only 1-1 here today. On to Phil Foden. Foden's come on and made an immediate impact. And he's off again here, Foden. Look at this run by Foden here. Foden. Into Alvarez. Godelj is there. Not been so good with Musiala in the last few games. Maximo Perón intercepts it. Full time, 1-0. Anyway, Manchester City draw. But that means we are going to the Champions League quarter-finals. From there to the semi-finals. Now, 5-1 in aggregate. City did all the business in the first leg. Smashed Sevilla. And we're through. Big performance from City. EA Sports gave man of the match to Eze and after agreeing with him a 7.6 rating. 2 assists did he get today, or 1 assist and 1 goal. Well, no assist, 1 goal for himself, but he played very well. I was very impressed by him. And Dahl had a good game off the left as well. Musiala had a really poor one actually today. And this is how the Champions League semi-finals are going to be looking. Paris Saint-Germain have been knocked out by Sporting. Sporting from Portugal have knocked out Paris Saint-Germain, the team I didn't want to face. 3-2, so the current Champions League holders are out. Barcelona knock out Real Madrid 6-1 in aggregate, so Barcelona into the semi-final. And so are we in Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich. Bayern knock out Leverkusen. So it's a Cinderella story really for Sporting. Sporting, Barcelona, Manchester City and Bayern Munich, the 4 teams into the semi-finals. Well, scouts here telling us about Yamal Baptiste, an exceptional young flourishing defender in Italy, displaying a blend of physical prowess and technical finesse. A composed starter, his athleticism, precise tackling and adept ball control in his position make him a promising modern defender. 26 games so far this season at Sampdoria in Italy, where he spent on loan there as well last season, Yamal Baptiste. 2 goals, no assists for him playing from centre-back, but he's played a lot of games. And we signed him, a young player from West Ham United that was a high potential player at West Ham. Unfortunately, he managed to pick up an injury and an illness and missed a lot of the game time for West Ham United. In the end, ended up leaving the club on a free transfer. Manchester City picked him up because he was considered the next Declan Rice in terms of potential coming through the West Ham United academy. Went on loan to Lommel, then he's had a few loans away from us. He looks like certainly one for the future at 21, 22 years of age now. We'll have to see what we do with his development, whether he goes on another loan, whether he stays part of Manchester City, or whether we decide to perhaps sell him on a permanent deal and make a bit of profit. Up next is the FA Cup semi-finals at Wembley. The other semi-final is Arsenal against Barnsley. So, looking at that, it's expected to be an Arsenal-Manchester City FA Cup final. This is the Leicester City side that look pretty good, but they've lost 5 out of their last 5. Navarro, Mavidi and McAtee at the front 3. It is Zamiri, João Gomez and Pride at the midfield 3. Christensen, Borgionio, the captain, Medina and Maricic at the back 4. Rakovic in goal with Zawolska and Didi, Daka, Cannon, Iverson, Cody and Sutar on the bench. It's a good Leicester City side, no key attacking or defensive players. Warren Zaire-Emery is an unbelievable signing, as we've said many times. We've faced Leicester. But 5 losses out of the last 5, they are in bad form. To the side for the semi-final today, Edison doesn't start in goal, it's Andrew. We've got Stones, Diaz and Vardiol at the back 3. Maximo Pironi in there, had a Ricolus alongside Rodri, Mateusz Nunes and Captain De Bruyne in front. Savio on the right, Grealish on the left, and Erling Haaland through the middle. On the bench we've got, Julian Alvarez through the middle, not Haaland. Haaland's on the bench today with Hill Foden, Eze, Zubimendi, Huto, Goy and Akanji. These players miss out. Jeremy Doku is back, but he's not quite ready to be in the starting 11 just yet. So there is the trophy on the line. The winner of today's FA Cup semi-final will face either Arsenal or Barnsley in the final. It's expected that when Arsenal and Barnsley come to Wembley, Manchester City will be playing Arsenal in the final. Arsenal will outdo Barnsley. We'll have to see. FA Cup semi-final. It's live. Space and bodies across. McAtee, Leicester lost 5 of the last 5. Lovely spin here. Andrew makes a save. Manchester City nearly behind straight away. Good start from Leicester. Lively start in this semi-final. Ball across the near post. Away by Mateusz Nunes. Andrew makes another save. Stones again. Maximo Pironi. Rodri wide to Grealish. Mateusz Nunes back in behind to Grealish. Jack Grealish for City. Back into that right foot. Maricic is there. Rodri. Maximo Pironi. Pironi with a strike here. Just to the bar by Maximo Pironi. Jack Grealish for Manchester City. Grealish into Vardiol. Mateusz Nunes. Again, just can't get the shot off. Back out to Vardiol. Cross in. Savio is there attacking it. Away. Maximo Pironi in there, can't win it. Stones back down. Rodri. Savio in space. De Bruyne. Back to Savio here. Savio takes it well past Christensen. Savio. Tries to get it into the box and cleared away by Leicester. Down to Vardiol. Well, this semi-final has pretty much been all Manchester City. Grealish against Maricic. Grealish past Maricic. Grealish. Back to... Oh, Mateusz Nunes. You couldn't get the shot off. Half-time, 0-0 in this FA Cup semi-final. Zawolska, tackled by Rodri. Alvarez, lovely feet by Alvarez. Into Joshko Vardiol. Vardiol from centre-back here. Vardiol. Back wide to Grealish, great play. Jack Grealish. Grealish across the box here, blocked away by Leicester. Oh, and a bad ball again. Vardiol stood there waiting for it. Wide to Savio. Handball, referee. Advantage played. Savio, good feet. Foul by Christensen. Savio, foul by Christensen again there. Savio still going. He's kept it in, Savio. Cross in. Mateusz Nunes are there in a way. He's done well there, fighting for it, battling for it. Only as far as Diaz. De Bruyne on the turn here. De Bruyne still. Runs in the middle. Back out, Pirone. Rodri with a hit here. Rakovic over the bar. Well, 73 minutes on the clock. City still pushing. Corner. De Bruyne. In. Alvarez with a header, and City take the lead in the FA Cup semi-final. And it's Julian Alvarez for the finish. Header from a Kevin De Bruyne cross, and Alvarez scores. Brilliant. Well, De Bruyne keeps getting better and better. I think he's broke his assist record for his career in this series. Ball comes in. Thumping header from Alvarez, who gets the goal for Manchester City now. Savio and Goy in there. Savio takes it away in his own box here. Brilliant from Savio. Savio still up against Navarro. Savio's run Navarro. Brilliant from the Brazilian Savio. Savio. Brilliant from Savio here. Savio clips one in. Alvarez at the far post. 2-0 City on the counter. Julian Alvarez gets his second of the game. A lovely volley. Great run by Savio. He wins a header in his own box and drives to the opposition's box. Fires it across to Alvarez, who hits a spectacular volley to make it 2-0. What a finish by Alvarez that is. What a finish from Julian Alvarez that is. Manchester City 2, Leicester City 0. Goyi, look at that space with Savio. Inside Savio goes. And through to Alvarez here. Here's Julian. Alvarez. Alvarez with a hat-trick. Good save by Rakovic. Counter. Ball in behind here. Navarro. Chased by Goyi. Diaz has given up. Navarro. Navarro! Oh, what is Andrew doing? Put your arms up or something, keeper. He's very hit and miss, this keeper. He's very hit and miss. I mean, it comes here to him. He just puts his hands up, he saves that. 2-1 Leicester City get a goal there. Fran Navarro with a goal right at the end of the game. De Bruyne. That is full time. Manchester City 2, Leicester City 1. City are going to the FA Cup final to face either Arsenal or Barnsley near the end of the season. Great result for Pep Guardiola's side as we continue to have this successful season. This is going to be the most successful season in Manchester City's history and maybe in world football to win all 4 competitions if we could do it. Well, EA Sports came on a match to Julian Alvarez up top with 2 goals today, but I'm going to give it to Savio. I thought he was so impactful off that right-hand side. Love a performance from him. And the man who was formerly of Girona, Antwerp, and from Brazil, he is really finding his feet at Manchester City at the moment. Well, absolutely staggering breaking news here. Manchester City have been served with a decision from the Premier League. And we've been served with a 2-year transfer ban. That is a 2-year official transfer ban for Manchester City. Manchester City will make an appeal. This is the official Premier League media release, the official statement. Manchester City will serve a 2-year transfer ban. Following a thorough investigation, an independent Premier League rules panel has determined that Manchester City Football Club is in violation of multiple Premier League rules. The charge initially served on February the 8th, 2023, encompassed various breaches, that is, of those Premier League rules by Manchester City. Consequently, the panel has imposed a 2-year transfer ban on Manchester City, effective immediately. This prohibits the club from engaging in any incoming player transfers and registering new players during a specified period. That is for the next 2 years, so the next summer, January and January after that as well. City cannot make any signs to Manchester City Football Club or register players. The Premier League upholds the highest standards of fair play and adherence to regulations, and the severity of the sanctions reflects the gravity of the breaches identified. Though the Premier League don't go into detail of exactly what they found Manchester City guilty of those 115, but multiple they found City guilty of. The league is committed to ensuring integrity and equity within the competition. Now, Manchester City has the right to appeal the decision, which I'm sure City will, within a stipulated time frame, and the Premier League will respect the established appeal process. In the interim, the league will continue to monitor and enforce compliance with its rules to maintain the integrity of the competition. Well, you can see Everton lost 10 points. Manchester City serve their transfer ban now. The Premier League will provide no further comments until the conclusion of any potential appeals process ends. That is it. Absolutely explosive news in terms of Manchester City, and we are about to go into a game against Wolves after this one where we're going to try and not think about this statement from the Premier League and not think about this absolutely explosive news from the Premier League, not think about it at all, because the Premier League title is on the line for us, and Manchester City's Premier League title could be overshadowed by this media release by the Premier League, by this decision to transfer ban Manchester City for 2 seasons after breaches. The 6 times in a row Premier League champions have been banned for 2 years from transfers. That is going to affect us massively, because it means no rejuvenation of the squad at any point. We can still let players go, but we can't bring any players in. I can't believe that decision. I mean, I suppose it's better than a points deduction, which would have crushed us going into next season. But a transfer ban harms Manchester City maybe even more in the long term. Final game of today's episode is against Wolves at home, where Manchester City will mathematically, I think, already class themselves as Premier League winners, and maybe they'll let us lift the trophy on this final day. Or final day, it's not even the final day. How many Premier League games we have left? You can look at this. We've got Wolves, Barcelona Champions League semi-finals coming up in the next episode. Brighton away, Arsenal at home, Everton at home, Liverpool away, Chelsea away. Arsenal in the FA Cup final, they must have beat Barnsley. Still quite a lot of Premier League games left, and Manchester City today, in this episode, can lift the title right now. This aside for Wolves, Kalajnik up top, they got Vlacic in behind, Marchman, you call it, Tommy Doyle ex-City and Wang Yi-chan in the midfield. There's Ben Sibiani ex-Dortmund man with Totti, Captain Kilman and Bolla, the Hungarian in the back four, Jose Sarr in goal. We've got Yildiz, Mosquera, Chiquino, Duarte, Bentley, Boufal and also Johnny Otto on the bench. 1-2 drawn 2 and lost 1 of their last 5 games. In mid-table in the Premier League, Vlacic, ex-West Ham man, is the key man for them, key attacking midfielder. This is the Manchester City side today. Edison starts the goal. It's Goyi, Akanji and Vardiol, the back three. Yankuto in the midfield alongside Rico Lewis, playing that role there. Yankuto and Lewis playing the sort of full-back inverted role. Lewis will play just holding midfield. It's Eze and Captain Kevin De Bruyne in front with Bob on the right, Foden on the left, and Erling Haaland to the middle. Returns to the bench for Jeremy Doku, who's back from his injury, with Echeverri, Jack Grealish, Yamal Musiala, Zubimendi, Barco, and John Stones in there as well. And actually, I'm thinking of dropping Lewis straight out today. We'll put Zubimendi in there, and we can bring Rico Lewis on in the Kuto role. Let's see if Yankuto can do the role of Rico Lewis in there. It's a strong City side, that should beat Wolves today and lift that Premier League title. And there is Erling Haaland, 40 Premier League goals. Could he even hit 50 before the end of the season? Title on the line today, but records have already been broken. Kanji, bad pass. Haaland's a physical force though. Wins it back. De Bruyne into Oscar Bob here. Bob for City. Oh, Bob skips away from Ben Sibiani here. Brilliant from Bob. Oscar Bob still going. Bob look to pull it back here and they just get it away. Lovely feet from Phil. And he plays in Eze here. And Eze into Haaland as he knows he goes wide to Bob. Bob goes in. Eze. Eze! 1-0 Manchester City. That's a great goal. I don't know why Haaland was completely disregarded there by City. But Bob gets an assist. Eze gets the goal. 1-0 Manchester City against Wolves. And Eze is loving life at Manchester City. Absolutely loving life. He's a brilliant signing. Signed him last year for, what, 68 million? He's been ridiculous. Look at this footwork from Eze. He doesn't need Erling Haaland. Finds the back of the net, Eze. Fantastic from him who scores. He's 11 for the Premier League season. De Bruyne still. Into Eze. Eze, good touches, Eze. Back to Haaland here, off the bar by Erling Haaland, out to Phil Foden. De Bruyne in. Haaland is there to the far post to clear it away. Yankuto. Foden. Back to Oscar Bob. Haaland's down injured, that is terrible news. Vlacic, the Croatian. Vlacic up against Goyi, good tackle by Mark Goyi behind for a corner. Suggesting Erling Haaland coming off, which is a big shame already. I can't believe Haaland's picked up an injury. Bob still. Zubimendi. Eze. Oh, over the top here. Home the chance! 2-0 City. An assist for Eze and a goal for Erling Haaland. It's 41 for the season. Well, it doesn't seem like that serious an injury. I'm sure it's going to say he's a broken toe injury. He's out for 3 months. I've got a feeling it's going to be that. And Haaland's going to miss the rest of the season. But I'm hoping not. Good play, good finish by Haaland. But I have a feeling Haaland's going to miss the rest of the season with a broken toe injury. I have a feeling. Half-time, City 2, Wolves 0. And I'm really worried about that Haaland injury. Really, really worried. Well, half-time substitution, off comes the injured Erling Haaland. Oscar Bob goes through the middle. Is he wide to Doku? Him and Doku have got a great connection. Doku. What a start for Doku. What a start for Doku here. First touches and a goal from Jeremy Doku. 3-0 City. Doku is back. And Doku is back with a goal straight away. Great play from Jeremy Doku. Past the fullbacks. An assist for Eze again. And a great finish by Jeremy Doku. He is back in his Manchester City side. And his first touches of a football. And his return from injury off the bench. He scores to make it 3-0. What a return to the side from Doku. What a return to the side from Jeremy Doku. Vardiol. Doku. Here's Eze. Doku's off again here. Trouble for Wolves again. Boller against Doku. Doku away from Boller. Doku. Doku! Oh, blocked into the side netting. Behind for a corner. De Bruyne over it. De Bruyne in. Manu Akanji attacks it away by them. Eze. Vardiol. De Bruyne in. Oscar Bob with a header. What a save by Jose Sarr behind for a corner. Good chance for Bob. Good header. Lovely from Doku. I've missed Jeremy Doku. 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 Yankuto on the volley and punched away by Sarr and lucky by Yankuto. Corner ball again. City all over Wolves here. Crossing. Manu Akanji with a header. Just past the post by the Swissman Manu Akanji. De Bruyne for City. Oscar Bob makes a run. De Bruyne finds him. He's onside here. Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob pokes it into the back of the net for 4-0. Bob through the middle. Manchester City make it 4. An assist for De Bruyne again. And a 4th goal for Oscar Bob. And Manchester City anyway. 4-0. Oscar Bob played in by De Bruyne. Lovely run by Bob through the middle. And he pokes it past the keeper to the far left-hand corner. Good finish by Bob. We're going to make some changes now, I think. To Yankuto. Kuto. Back right to Foden here. Foden into the middle. Foden. Musiala's on and Musiala scores. 5-0 City. Foden and Musiala getting the act together. And I think we have hit over 100 goals in the Premier League this season now. This has been our most successful season a lot. Great play here. Foden across to Musiala. The tap in for the German, really. Jose Sarr beat him so easily. 5-0 against Wolves here today. We are in unbelievable form going to the end of the season. I hope Haaland isn't injured because that's a massive miss. Yeah, post. Away by City. De Bruyne long is Doku. And the roar from the City fans know he's a counter run again for City. Manchester City, Doku. Oh my word, he's just a cheat code. Doku. Doku! Save by the keeper behind for a goal kick. I should have passed that. Handball. I should have passed that. Foden for City. Foden. Past the challenges. Foden. Just keep it in. Foden. Back to Musiala. Musiala on the left foot here. Musiala scores for 6-0. He's going to be lethal for us at Yamal Musiala. Another gritty from Musiala. Him and Doku seem to have become friends while both out injured. Doku's taught him the gritty. 6-0 City. Musiala is 6-5 now. What a hit. Sarr can't keep it out. Manchester City 6, Wolves 0. And City are going to get a Premier League title here today. That is it. That's the title over. With so many games left. Oscar Bob turns. Bob. What a ball by Bob to Barco. What a ball by Oscar Bob. Valentin Barco. Barco in the action. No, Jose Sarr saves. Well, he's kept Wolves from double figures here today. Doku. Barco. Oscar Bob is there and Totti Gomez clips it away. Foden. Doku at the far post. Oh, it makes some heavy touch of anything there. Massive heavy touch by Doku. It could have been 10 today for City. Could have easily been 10. Wolves have been torn apart. Did get a yellow. I expected him to. Cross in here. Kalajdzic with a header. What a save from Edison. Behind for a corner. Wolves have a chance just to pull one back. And we end the episode with a 6-0 win over Wolves here. And those celebrations tell you all you need to know. Because Manchester City, at this stage of the season, with 5 or 6 games left in the Premier League, have won the Premier League title again. That is 4 in a row, 5 in a row, 6 in a row. 6 Premier League titles in a row. No one's ever done it. I don't think anyone will ever do it. Manchester City achieved the impossible, really. We're still in the Champions League or in the semi-final. We've won the Carabao Cup. We were in the FA Cup final. What Pep Guardiola achieved at Manchester City is absolutely unbelievable. And at this early stage, we can watch the players step up and lift the Premier League title. Here they come. At this early stage of the season, Manchester City lift the Premier League title. A guard of honour will be given by the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, I think Arsenal will be playing for the end of the season. Because Manchester City are champions. Captain Kevin De Bruyne lifts the Premier League trophy. Manchester City Premier League winners again. Champions again. Champions again. Champions again. Champions again. Champions again. And champions again. 6 times in a row we've won the Premier League title. That is the most unbelievable achievement ever. Talk about domination. Pep Guardiola. Will he stay? Will he sign a new contract? I'm hoping so. I'm hoping there's not too much success and Pep says, you know what? I've achieved absolutely everything possible. We're still in the FA Cup. We're still in the Champions League. We've won the Carabao Cup. But what a result for City. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Some absolutely stellar performances in that Manchester City game today. Oscar Bob with an 8.2, Foden with an 8.2, Musiala 8.9, Eze 9.6, De Bruyne 8.3. But I'll give it to a man that got 2 goals and 1 assist, Eze. He ran the show before he came off. 9.6 rating. My man of the match EA Sports Man of the Match. Manchester City champions again. Again, and again, and again, and again. Thank you for watching. Please like the video if you haven't already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. And the champions. We are the champions here on this channel. And consider joining the We Are City Members Club to see these videos extended and early. What a series this has been so far. Season 3 achieved absolutely everything nearly again. See you guys next time.